And three, two, one. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Aluminum Tower. Thanks so much for joining today. We're going to go ahead and do the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I've got three decks here, as usual. We've got the Trusty Dusty Rider-Waite Tarot. We've got the Nightmare Before Christmas with its Christmas themes here. And additionally, we have the Moonology Oracle deck, which I'll be using for kind of like the final advice message there. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First off, I wanted to let you know that I did create the Google Documents form. I think it's kind of pointless to have an actual website, but the form sorts out everything so that I can receive all of the different tarot reading requests, and you can pay by PayPal after that. So it's quite interesting. It allows me to kind of adjust everything as I offer more kind of services, and you can just kind of play around with that for a little bit. But yeah, that's cool. So that's up there. Additionally, I'm going to go through the order of the day. If you like what you see here on Aluminum Tarot, thanks. Sorry, if you like what you see here on Aluminum Tarot, thanks so much for your love and support. Please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any messages for future postings. And additionally, if you would like a personal reading with me, get at me at the Google Doc in the profile below. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Before we do, what I'd like to talk about a little bit are some of the astrological transits taking place. I am going to study and make sure I get this shit sorted out so that way I can go ahead and give you guys the meteorological forecast for the heavens. Firstly, we have a Venus in Virgo opposite Saturn in Pisces. So that's going to basically give people quite a bit of going to try to give yourself a little bit more discernment and love, but sometimes you can feel like you're undeserving of love, or you're not really qualified to get the person that you really want. It can give people like a lack or knock on their confidence when it comes to matters of the heart. But on the other hand, it does give a little bit more, I guess, thriftiness when it comes to the way that you spend money. So the way you relate to money, it can help out a little bit. But just make sure that you're not being too hard on yourself when it comes to matters of the heart. Additionally, we have Mercury in Leo. Okay, so I got interrupted there. We also have Mercury retrograde in Leo currently at the moment. This is also opposite Moon in Pisces as well. So that's going to give you quite a bit of a run for your money when it comes to being able to communicate clearly and succinctly. And additionally, things can go all sorts of tits up when it comes to your electronics and your devices. Sometimes plans and itineraries can go to the wayside a bit as well. At this particular point, I'm channeling my Joker energy, which is going to allow me to just go with the flow, no matter what life throws your way. And even if it throws you the whole kitchen sink when it comes to, things that take place from here until the retrograde's over with. We had yesterday on the 19th, we had the full moon in Pisces, which was a supermoon. Some of the places reported that a lot of these, supermoon phenomenon are what they call like a once in a blue moon occasion. And, the moon becomes like massive. I think I remember seeing one a long time ago, maybe when I was about 10 to 12 years old. It was quite the sight to see. It just kind of puts things into perspective when it comes to planetary alignments. These are typically going to channel a lot of the kind of lunar energy within you and give you heightened intuition. It's going to cause a little bit of chaos when it comes to things like bodies of water and so on, make the tides come in a lot faster. So those are some things to look at. We still also have the Uranus and Taurus mission creep through the sign of Taurus, which is going to just absolutely force us to redesign our finances, our material resources and wealth, our sense of value to ourselves as well. And for me, being a Taurus, one of the things I've noticed is, yes, it is absolutely kicking the arse when it comes to these types of things, but it's putting me in the right direction when it comes to the way I want to work and the way I want to earn money. And so it's a blessing in disguise, despite it feeling more like a curse in your face. I don't know. Neptune's also in Pisces, so that's also making people feel quite a bit nebulous when it comes to their thoughts and actions. Sometimes things may not feel as clear when it comes to plans that you want to make. And then we have Pluto in Aquarius. That's going to be the big thing, as we do have the November elections readings. I mean, we have the November elections coming up. That Pluto in Aquarius is definitely going to set off a tinderbox. As we can see, lots of established orders are now being thrown into the loop. I may actually do a reading on that. Don't quote me on that, but I might try to do it towards the end of the week. And yeah, it'd be kind of fun to do. I don't know. I try not to take it too seriously because I know that politics is a very divisive tool for placing people into camps in society. But who knows? Maybe I'll stir the pot a little bit. Let's go ahead and begin, Scorpio. We're going to start into your message. Let's start talking about what's going on in your life. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. What's taking place from now until mid-September next month? What's taking place in Scorpio's life from now until mid-September? It's taking place in Scorpio's life from now until mid-September next month. Okay. Let's do this. Current energy. Okay, Ace of Wands, good. Challenge. Six Cups in the reverse. Recent past. Four Pentacles. Reverse. Future. Eight of Swords. Not good. What's up the core? What's up the core? Okay. Completely giving up. Lover's reverse. Seven of Wands in the reverse. It's already known. Got three cards out here. We have guilt, eating away at someone. What's the likely outcome? Clarify that. All right. Signifier. One more. Okay, so what we're looking at here, we have at the bottom of the deck the Ace of Cups. We also have the Ace of Wands in your central energy here. So this is all about new starts. And what we have is a person who is looking for something new, but is still kind of stuck on the negativity from the past. This feels to me love related, but it could be anything. Let it apply to your specific energies within your lifetime or within your life at the moment. What we want to talk about a little bit is just when we have the Ace of Cups, that is about replenishing your specific emotional energies, and the Ace of Wands is about the spark needed to kind of get the thing going. So I kind of call it refueling and then setting off on your journey. So what we have here with the Ace of Wands, normally that's about new starts. It can be about sexual escapades, depending on how it is, because it is kind of the big winner card. Um, However, we have this Six of Cups in the reverse as the challenge. And whatever it is that you're feeling stuck on, that you keep ruminating about in your life, that has either upset you from the past or that has caused you a bit of grief, we want to go ahead and release that so that we can get into our new energy, which allows us to make that start. That's the thing that's actually blocking the start from taking place, is the ruminating and thinking obsessively on the past in a negative light. So looking at this in the recent past, what we had here was the Four of Pentacles. What this talks about is letting go of something in the material sense. So what is it that Scorpio let go of? What did Scorpio let go of? So we have the Seven of Wands here a second time. So this is very significant. What did Scorpio let go of? So your intuition was telling you to drop something. You were fighting for something in the past. This feels love related. I keep saying that, but even if it is related to your job, it's going to resonate differently for all the Scorpios I'm reading for. I cannot stress enough, and I will make this kind of a caveat whenever I talk about this. You want to make sure that when you do a reading, or when I do a reading, and you are a happy spectator in this, it's not going to resonate on different. I mean, it's not going to resonate the same for everyone. It's not going to all be love. It's not going to all be, work or career related. It is an energy that manifests in your specific life with whichever medium that it chooses to do so. So if it chooses to use the medium of love and romance, that would resonate with some people. If it chooses to do this in the family sense, that would also resonate with others. So in the past, what you felt is that you wanted to leave something behind, you have given up, and your intuition, your higher intuition or your higher self was telling you you have to let this go, because what's happening is that you're feeling kind of like you don't have any fight in you. I'm hearing Jedi mind tricks. It's the song about them going to Vietnam. It's in the Servants in Heaven, Kings in Hell album. He's like, it ain't right to me. I ain't got enough of motherfucking fight in me. It frightens me. It's kind of like he's thinking about um, this battle that he's had to wage. It's telling the story of a person who's gone to Vietnam, and that person is kind of like battling not just the enemy, but it's battling his own interpersonal demons when it comes to this thing that he has to do because he's been drafted. So it's almost like, I'm getting the impression that you felt like you had to oblige yourself to whatever this was, whether this was a work relationship or a love relationship. And now you're realizing that, hey, I want a new start in something else. It's time for me to move forward. I have to release this in order to do that. However, in the future, what we've got the Eight of Swords, which is kind of that imprisonment card. Clarify the Eight of Swords. All right, so we have the World reversed, and we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So it's almost like after you've let this go, what's happened now is that you don't feel as if you've made the right decision. And that's the problem, because we have the World reverse and we have the Four of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the Eight of Swords. So this is a person that's like, oh, did I do this? Did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision? So we have the we have the Eight of Swords and then the Four of Swords. In the reverse, that's another Four of Swords if you're subtracting, or it's a 12 of Swords, which deduces down to a Three of Swords, which is about heartbreak from the past. It's almost like I'm getting a person who wants to rectify the situation and find out why they experienced such a heartbreak with someone else. So if I could see what the someone else is, it's difficult to tell because there are not a lot of major arcana, but what we do have, we have three. We have the High Priestess, which is it could be Pisces for the moon. We have the Lover's Reverse, which is Gemini, and then we have the World, which is Capricorn. Those could be potentially the signs that you're dealing with, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or significant placements. So for you, now that you've made this choice, you're just like, there's a lot of unknown unknowns that are taking place in your life where you're kind of trying to sift through, and you're just like, did I make the right choice? What do I do now? Oh my God. So it's almost like a vortex or a sea of overthinking that's kind of gripped you and kept you in this Eight of Swords energy. And you become very restless about the matter, and also you feel that even though you've left things unfinished. And so that's why in the future it's going to kind of plague you a bit more. What we see at the core of this reading is the Lover's Reverse and the Seven of Swords again. So we had the Seven of Swords in the past, and the Seven of Swords stems from the Seven of Swords in your core energies. And with the core energies, this is basically the foundation of what's taking place in your life. Clarify these two cards. Clarify these two cards. Clarify these two cards again. Okay, so again, we have the Five of Cups in the reverse, so you want to get over the disappointment. And but we have the Chariot reverse. You're not really sure how to do it. You're not sure how to move forward from this disappointing situation in the past. What was the difficult, situation from the past? Star reverse. So this is Aquarius energy. We have the Chariot, which is more Cancer energy, which is linked to the moon. As you see, this big moon in The Nightmare Before Christmas. But we have the Star reverse. So we have, obviously, you're a Scorpio if you're reading this, or maybe the person you're reading about is a Scorpio. We have Aquarius energy, Cancer energy, Gemini energy, Pisces, Capricorn, and yeah, that's what I get from here. You got two major arcana clarifying this, and you have a major arcana here. So this is a big situation that came up. I see this as a separation because you have the Lover's Reverse. This is a separation of two people who thought they were soulmates. And then we have the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, which indicates that it's just like after a certain period of time, you felt like someone just gave up. Or maybe you had to give up in order to move on with your life. But the moving on part is the hardest part for you. With that Five of Cups in the reverse, it always talks about getting over it. It's like you think you're over it, but then you always get pulled back to whatever it was. The Chariot in the reverse can signify someone who's unable to move forward, or maybe you feel like you've lost control. Because the thing we know about the Chariot in the reverse is the Emperor is driving it, and the Emperor is all about control. Now, the Emperor, in order for it to leave the familiar, it has to leave the city. But the problem is that it's not being driven by itself per se. It is trusting the two sphinxes in front of it to guide it to the next place. So that's why we have the Chariot being Cancer. You're being guided, not knowing what the future is going to hold. And you're just having to put faith into the universe to be able to guide you to that next spot. However, it is a card of intuition. Just as much as the Emperor can control, the Emperor is giving itself up to the universe, which is, enshrouding the Emperor with the canopy of stars. It's like I place myself in the hands of the universe, despite all of my power and my wealth, to guide me to the next stage. And that's a very, very difficult thing. Imagine being in the position of an emperor and then being catapulted into a new stage of development in your life. That is the stage that represents moving from childhood to, pre-adolescence. And it is basically the cycle of puberty as well. With the star reversed, of course, the star, yes, it can be about hopelessness. And we see a person who's like, they feel that it's hopeless to try to do something, or you've lost that spark or that umph to kind of pull pick yourself back up off the ground. The star is a guiding force, though. So we follow the North Star in order for us to really find our next position in life after a tower moment. So this follows a tower moment. And the chariot follows the lover's moment. So we go from lovers to the chariot here, meaning that there was a choice to disconnect. And then after that, you don't know where the hell you're going after that period. And now with the star, it's kind of like if you've ever driven in London, or if you've ever driven in a large city per se, without a sat nav, it can be a bit of a daunting task. You have to read all the signs that come before you in order for you to know where you're going, that's the right place. So, anyways, doing that, it's kind of like having your sat nav turned off. And basically, you're left at the mercy of the signs that you have to follow as life goes on. And that's the image that I'm getting myself now, is that with the star reverse, there is no North Star for you to find. You have to do this kind of on your own. And that's what's prompting all of this negative kind of intellectual energy, or like overthinking during this next course of your life. So we have here also the in the position of things that are all known, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Eight of Cups, and then the Knight of Swords. So this is not a very consistent energy. I'll just be honest with you on that, because you have feelings of guilt that are plaguing you at this particular point. And then you want to walk away, but then you want to rush back in. So the Eight of Cups is walking to the future, but the Knight of Swords is moving back to the past. It's rushing back into the past. So it's like you don't know if you want to stay or if you want to go because of feelings of guilt. Why do you feel guilty there, Scorpio? Is this you, or is this you upright, or the person you're dealing with in the reverse? Do you feel guilty upright? The person you're dealing with in the reverse. Okay. So it's you. Shit. Scorpio, what have you been up to? King of Pentacles, upright. What did Scorpio do? What did Scorpio do? Okay. We have two fours. I've pulled two fours just by shuffling. We have a Four of Cups, and then we have a Four of Pentacles. And then we have a Six of Pentacles as well. Four and six of Pentacles equals 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the Four of Cups. So it's almost like I'm getting the expression drip feed and holding back and rejecting someone. So it's almost like you knew you wanted someone, but you just kind of bullshitted their time, and for that reason, you've been forced now to leave that situation. This may have been a King of Pentacles, so it was a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Normally, when you have a court card, that indicates someone who is an actual person with a specific type of astrological makeup. So, for example, you get the King of Swords, that's going to be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This Knight of Swords here is a Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So if you have any of those in your chart, that's you, more Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, then Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So that's essentially your energy. Um, let's see. So, when you get the Six of Pentacles, when it comes to matters of the heart, it's the breadcrumby energy, and you held back with the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. You kind of placed them and rejected them and things like that. That said, um, did this person leave you, or did you leave this person? You left the person upright. They left you reversed. You left the person upright. They left you. Okay. So that person left you. Okay. All right. That person has left you after you did this. Take this as it resonates. It could be flipped the other way, but what I'm getting is I'm reading with specific questions in mind and getting these results. You basically fucked around and found out. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to read the cards as I see it, tell the story as I see it. You fucked around and found out. You played with someone's emotions. You breadcrumbed. You held back. And why did you do that? Did you not feel confident in yourself? Did you not feel like you had what it took to be in a relationship with this person? Um, either way, instability, I'm getting Four of Wands, and then we have the Strength, both in reverse. Strength in reverse means you don't have the confidence or you lack the ability to sustain something. And then the Four of Wands in the reverse means that you're unstable or you're closing off, or you could have even been moving house at the time. Whatever the case is that when this person said, okay, I'm done, this is the Six of Cups again in the reverse. So this talks again about person thinking negatively about a situation, and you have the Six of Cups in the reverse again as the challenge. So the challenge of this Six of Cups in the reverse is related to the Six of Cups that this person feels about you. And because you think that this person thinks really negatively about you, you're not sure whether or not you want to take a new start with them. And that's what the challenge is. So this Ace of Wands that you want is an Ace of Wands with someone else. The problem is that with this Ace of Wands, you had the Ace of Cups in the future, if I'm not mistaken. It's still here, yeah. Ace of Cups in the future. However, with these two starts, the Ace of Cups is not really manifested yet. You're manifesting the Ace of Wands, which means that you want some booty, basically. But you want the new start, but it's a sexual start. And I think that a lot of that is due to the fact that you have not yet considered your emotional position on all of this. I say that because there are no cups here other than the Five of Cups in the reverse, getting over a disappointment. That's your personal emotions. And then the Eight of Cups. So, Scorpio, what we're going to say about this is that if you want something, you have to take the risk. And normally Scorpio should be good at that. But for some reason, the Scorpio I'm reading for here dibble dabbles and doesn't actually make any solid decisions. If you want to stay in that energy, fine, but you're the one that's getting left out, not the other person. The other person has made a clear decision to leave. You want to walk away from it, then you want to rush back in. You feel guilty about the entire situation. And again, take it as it resonates, but that's what I'm getting here. But what I see in the future is even dumber, because you have the Six of Pentacles, and then you have the Three of Pentacles with that in the reverse. With the Six of Pentacles, that talks about giving a little bit, giving a little bit, giving a little bit. You had the Six of Pentacles here, and that's the reason why the whole shit went belly up, is because you only gave a little bit, and then you have the Three of Pentacles. You don't want to really work with this person. I'm going to clarify this, but I might, Scorpio, come on, clarify. Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the rest. What is this? What is this? The very first card is now the end card, the Ace of Wands. Again, you're getting multiple repeats throughout my readings throughout this week. I've gotten the same card multiple times, which means that things are coming around full circle and the universe is making double clarifications for these readings. The Emperor, we just had this conversation about the Emperor for like 5 minutes. I bantered and rambled on about the Emperor getting into the Chariot. This is the energy that you need to do or to step into in order to boss up and actually be able to take this situation to the next level. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Emperor, Eight of Pentacles. This is still fire energy. If you've got fire energy in your chart or you're dealing with an Emperor, then please take this reading as it stands. Now, if you're dealing with an Aries and you want to kind of boss up for them, that's one thing. If you're just trying, if you have Aries in your chart, or if you're trying to step into the energy of the Emperor, then that's what you have to do. Will this person take back Scorpio? Right, yes, reverse now. Clarify. Okay, so here's the problem. Wheel of Fortune is an indicator of yes, but then we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. So here's the problem, and I'll just give it to you straight. I don't mince my words. You have the chance for a successful reconciliation or a reunion with this individual, job or relationship wise. But if you lack the skills and the wherewithal to connect with them on an emotional level, you have yet again more wands. This is the Six of Wands in the reverse. It's going to start and then you're going to feel disappointed because you feel like you failed later on. Now, I'm just going to give you a quick tongue lash in here, no pun intended, and just give it to you straight. As you get older, hopefully, if you're a person like me, and you realize that when you don't take risk in your life, that you essentially damn yourself to a life of missed opportunities. Inactivity, to me, is one of the clearest signs and indications that a person does not deserve what they are trying to seek or get. If you want a person and you don't take action, you don't deserve that person because you're not willing to use your potential energy and change it into a kinetic energy capable of manifesting and materializing this person in your life, even if that person rejects you. If you want a job, but you never apply to it, then you can't bitch and complain that you didn't have what it took or blah, 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 or making a bunch of excuses. Why put all of your energy in making bullshit excuses when you could have the thing that you want? And there are a lot of people who function on this level. It's a very low vibrational level. I think that people who are passive aggressive in their life are people who passively sit by idly, watching life pass them by like some 80-year-olds out on a porch, watching the cars and watching the world move as they do nothing. It's going to be the thing that really puts you in that regret. That's where the regret comes from. Damn, I wish I could have done that. I should have done that. That's not where you want to be in your life. If this is someone you're dealing with, and they're trying to come back in and say, baby, I'm sorry, or something like that, or they're not taking the risk to do that, cut them out, keep moving. It's not your problem. It's not your problem to be an adult dealing with a child like that. You have to basically stand up for the things that you want, fight for the things that you want. It is better to fail pursuing what you love than to never succeed at all thinking about it. And people who think like that, it's a it's not just limited to men or women. It's just that people fear success. They don't fear failure. They feel success and not knowing what to do with it. We're going to pull one card of advice from the Minology, and then we're going to end it here. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate people who bullshit. I don't like people who bullshit my time or my energy or my money or any of that. Because when you bullshit, it's almost parasitic in nature. Like for me, it's just a person who doesn't um person who enjoys living in the in-between. Fuck that. Advice. And what the fuck did we just talk about? I'm sorry, I'm all sorts of bitches and motherfuckers today, but I apologize for the swearing. But be bold and make the first move. I just talked about that. I just talked about it. I just sat and rambled for that for about 5 minutes. And it says, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal move. Cardinal is the sign or the modality of actions, taking actions, stepping into your power, and doing it. I spoke, I bitched and complained. The cards have spoken. Get out there, and whatever it is that you're trying to work towards, it's a job, and you really want a job, go for it. If you want someone, go for them. Better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. Better to have made the effort than to have never even stepped into that power. You have to do this, Scorpio. This is up to you. Take that bold first move and make it happen. I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to ramble on too much more. Thanks again. This has been Aluminum Tarot. If you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And if you would like a personal reading with me, one that is in tune or that resonates with your specific energies, I've just created a Google Docs form that you can send me and fill out your information with your inquiry. Please be sure to do that and send that down a bit later on. Feel free to reach out to me whenever you need to, and I'll be sure to help you out. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go ahead and chill out for a little bit. We're going to get on to the next sign. Thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate your time and attention, and love and light. Bye now.